Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Asad Yaqub, and once again I welcome you to my self-study plan for IELTS speaking. In this video, I'll give you a 12 days solid self-study plan for IELTS speaking, right? And by the way, you don't need any teacher, you don't need any trainer. You are your own trainer and you are your own trainee. So trainer and trainee, both you are actually the trainer and trainee. Both of these characters will be played by you. Okay, in order to do that, you need any good book for speaking. I would recommend that Makar IELTS book. That's really good. You can get the latest edition. I'm not going to give you that edition. You can get it directly from Dr. Kiranpreet Makar. She is gonna give this to you, okay? Right. So now once you've got that book, okay, listen, I share some books. Not Makar IELTS, I've got some other speaking books which I'm going to share with you, right? So you can take help from there. Now, this 12-day plans consists of this 12 days plan consists of 3 parts. Part 1, where you are going to spend 4 days with IELTS speaking part 1. And in order to do this plan, it's a very good idea that you use your own voice changer to ask and to answer the question. For example, what's your favorite color? My favorite color is red and I like this color very much. Whenever I go for shopping, I always look for red color, and on any special occasion as well, I wear red clothes. How often do you go for shopping? I go for shopping at least once a month, especially when I get my pocket money, because I'm a student, I don't have much money. So when my father gives me pocket money and I get some money from my mother, I got my commission when I get the soda self of my house. So that money I use and I go for shopping once a month. Do you prefer to go for shopping alone or with your friends? I prefer to go for shopping with my friends because I feel good when I go with my friends and they can suggest me what to buy and what not to buy. Just like this. And if your English is weak, I would advise you to learn all 12 tenses. Present simple, I get up early in the morning. Past simple, I got up early in the morning. Future simple, I will get up early in the morning. So you can start with tenses, helping verbs, modal verbs, can, could, should, may, might, and then like this, you can practice IELTS speaking part 1 in 4 days and cover all the topics, all the possible topics that you have, you can cover them. Is that clear? I'm going to share all the resources. I'm going to share 200 cue cards. I'm going to share 42 most common speaking topics. So if you do 10 topics from part 1 a day, in 4 days, you can finish 40 topics. Happy now? Okay. And if you find a partner is someone who is going to help you, is going to speak with you, then you can do this and you can change roles. First you become examiner, your partner is candidate, then your partner becomes examiner, you are the candidate. Or if you find a child, you know, some children are very sharp, like my daughter who is in 7th class and she makes videos with me on IELTS and all that. So if you find any child, sharp child like her, you can ask the child, okay, ask me these questions, I'll buy you a chocolate. And at the end you say, nas jai to tenu chocolate diya, dand kharab ho jange tere. Just joking, right? So you can just do that. I think it's better if you do it in a pair. You can select someone and then you can practice. Now once you're done with that, now phase 2, day 5. You're going to move on to IELTS speaking part 2. Part 1 will prepare you for part 2. So part 2, you will start with cue cards, and every day you are going to go through 25 cue cards. 25 cue cards. How to do it? First, you read a cue card. Second, you have a notepad with you. You make 1 minute notes or 1 minute outline of the cue card. Number 3, you speak on that outline. When you take a look at the cue card, because I advise you to learn the tenses first, modal verbs first, and then come to speaking. So when you see the cue card, the first thing you need to see, is this cue card in past or present? Number 1. Number 2, you've got to see what is the range of this cue card, and then you can speak. You can have timer, or you can have your mobile along with the timer, and you can always see, yeah, I spoke for 1 minute 30 seconds, I spoke for 1 minute 40 seconds, and all that. 25 cue cards a day will take almost 2 to 3 hours. So you can do 10 cue cards in the morning, 5 in the afternoon, 10 at night. And if you do it in a group, not group, in a pair, because examiner and you, if you do it in a pair, not couple, huh? Yeah, there is difference between couple and pair. Maybe that pair can become couple in the future, but you're going to do it in pairs, right? Anyways, so in 4 days, 25 cue cards a day, 100 cue cards. Wow! And if you select the cue cards where sample answer is given, in a minute read that sample answer also, because it will add to your knowledge. And when you read the sample answer, focus grammar, focus vocabulary of that sample answer, focus coherence of that sample answer, and then the way you pronounce, the way you read, that is also important. Now, once you are done with speaking part 2, now you move on to part 3. In order to learn part 3, there are 4 types of sentence structures which I want you to learn before you start with part 3. I mean, if you are going to be obedient student, believe me, you will achieve your required band. And if you are not obedient, then go do what you want to do, huh? Yeah. So, for part 3, number 1, you need to learn some comparative structures. Go to YouTube and write English comparative sentences. Go to Google and search how to make comparative sentences in English, because in part 3, there will be a couple of questions where you will have to compare one thing from past, one thing from present, both things from past, or anything like that. After this, the second thing is you need to learn some structures to give your opinion. Right? In my opinion, to my way of thinking, blah, blah, blah. Then you need to learn some structures with some vocabulary to talk about advantages and disadvantages of something. Number 4, you need to learn some structures. This is very important for prediction. It is estimated. It can be expected. It is likely to happen. I can foresee all these changes. These changes can be foreseen. Prediction. So once you learn these 4 types of structures, because in part 3, examiners will ask you questions where you have to compare, where you have to give your opinion, where you have to talk about advantages, disadvantages, and you have to predict what will happen after 10 years, after 5 years, after 20 years. So that is why these structures are vital for your success in IELTS speaking part 3. Once you learn these structures, now this is something you will do individually, right? Not with pair. You may practice some of these sentences in a pair, but otherwise learn it from YouTube, from Google, individually. Once you've learned it all, now again come back to that pair, which is going to be a couple in the future. Okay? Anyways, come back to the pair and say, okay, now then exchange roles. You are examiner, I am candidate, part 3. I am examiner, you are candidate, part 3, and only focus part 3, and this is going to continue for 4 days. And after 4 days, you and your partner, not life partner, partner, pair and partner, not couple and life partner, right? You and your partner are going to do one complete test. You are IELTS examiner, right? And then there is the candidate. You can have pen and paper, chit pad and all that, stopwatch and all that. Say, okay, my name is this, I'm your IELTS speaking examiner. Show me your ID card. See the ID card and do it all. After that, you can laugh. Hassa bathera aayega, but you can laugh afterwards. During this, you have to control your laughter. 12 days for this, and 3 days for full mock tests in IELTS speaking, and by the grace of Almighty, by the grace of God, the things are going to be better. All these study plans are based on my knowledge, observation, experience, and my careful analysis of my students, because I teach hundreds of students every day. All the best, guys. Thank you very much. If you like this video, hit the like button, and if this plan works out for you, you must comment or you must send me a message on WhatsApp and tell me, Asad sir, your plan was really good, it worked out for me. I teach IELTS on campus here in Lahore because I belong to Lahore, Punjab. If you want to join my on-campus IELTS classes, you can contact me. And I also teach IELTS all over the world online. If you want to join my online IELTS classes, my WhatsApp number is given. You can contact me for that. Asad Yaqub truly wishes you best of luck. Take care. Allah Hafiz.